everybody. When editing this video, the first clip of me talking about making banana bread, it went a little bit funny, so I thought I'd refilm it quickly. All it was to say was, thank you for choosing to make banana bread with me. The first thing we need to do though, before we even touch anything, is wash our hands. So if you haven't done that yet, go and wash them now. Okay then, so before we actually start baking, we need to prepare our tin. So you're going to need a tin that's sort of like a loaf tin. So this is a loaf tin here. So you'll be able to put the mixture in here and it will come and make a very good shaped banana bread. So you are going to need this tin, some greaseproof baking paper, and you are going to need to line this tray with butter and the baking paper so that the banana bread will not stick. So now my loaf tin is lined with the baking paper, ready to pour in the banana bread mixture once we have done that. Okay, first things first then, we are going to cream together 140 grams of softened butter and 140 grams of caster sugar. And to do this, I'm just going to use a spoon to cream them both together until it's nice and smooth. And that's what your caster sugar and your butter will look like, nice and smooth, all creamed together and ready for the rest of the ingredients. Okay then, so next we are going to need 2 large eggs, and you are going to crack 2 of those eggs into your mixing bowl with your caster sugar and your butter. And you are going to add a little bit of the flour. So we need 140 grams of self-raising flour all together. So I'm going to put in 2 of these eggs and about 50 grams of the flour. Mix that together and then add the rest of the flour. I forgot to say that I'm going to sieve my flour because I feel like that removes any lumps and makes sure the mixture is as smooth as possible. Okay, so my mixture looks like this, nice and smooth. I'm now going to add the rest of the flour. This is what the mixture looks like now, nice and smooth, and that's with all the flour. Now the main part, we need to add the main ingredients. So you need 2 bananas, the riper the better. Mine aren't too ripe. They're not green, they're yellow, but not, I think they're quite good actually. So I've got 2 bananas, and then we are going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now, I'm not going to add the bananas straight to the mixture. I'm going to mash it in a separate bowl first, so it's nice and as mashed and smooth as possible. Mashed up all my bananas and they now look like that, very appetizing. So I'm going to add these to my mixture along with only 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mixture should look like that, much smoother and more liquidy than before because we've added the mashed bananas. So once you have mixed all of that together and you feel like you've got it as smooth as possible, we are now going to add it to our loaf tin that we've already prepared. So we're just going to pour that in now. I've got my loaf tin here and I'm just going to pour the mixture in. Make sure I get as much out as possible. This is hard because I'm doing it the other way so you can see. Is in, and I'm now just smoothing it around the tin to make sure it's all spread out evenly. And now it's time to pop it in the oven. Now your oven should be preheated and it is ready to go in. Last time I baked this banana bread, I put it in for 50 minutes, and that is what the recipe says to do. I've actually got banana bread on my wall. And that is what the recipe says to do, so I'm going to stick with that. So 50 minutes. At about 40 minutes, you want to check on it and stick in a skewer or a cocktail stick, and if it comes out clean, it will be ready. But 50 minutes, I tend to have a little look, and if you stick it in and it is clean, then it will be ready to come out. So set a timer for 50 minutes, and we'll get it out then. As soon as your 50 minutes is up, get them out of the oven, which I've just done with mine. Now we just have to wait about 10 minutes until it is cooled down. So get it out of the tin and rest it on a cooling rack for 10 minutes. And of course, a taste test. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me and making some banana bread. I hope yours is as yummy as mine.